Hi guys, this is Snodasmannen and the author of this game called Galimulator, and today I wanted to show off some new features and tweaks I've been developing for the Emperor mode of the game. And honestly, the Emperor mode of the game is not something which I've been playing a lot historically, but just seeing a lot of the Let's Plays on YouTube and getting a lot of the comments from Steam users, I realized that there's quite a lot of potential to this that I didn't tap yet. So I just started to make some features that do make life a little bit easier and makes the game a bit better, I think. So I've started up a galaxy with, I don't know, 1,600 stars or something, and it's this new sort of target or layered rings type of galaxy, just to see how this goes. So let me let a few other empires start up here, and let's choose one to play. The Han's Order, maybe. Sure, let's play the Han's Order. So I'm just going to take control of it, and so far there's nothing much happening. I'm playing in, I think it's normal mode. Let's rename it. Let's go for demonstration purposes only is going to be the name of this fantastic new empire. So if we play it now, it looks pretty much the same as it has been for the past couple of years, I think. But there are going to be some changes, so let's gently make our way to our friend up here. And spacebar pauses and plays the game, by the way. This is a useful trick to know. So we have the lever democracy up here. So let's see what happens when we first engage with these guys. There we go. So we actually get this diplomacy screen. So the first time you make contact with these guys, they're going to be sending a message to you, and you get one of these things. And it's a screen. It contains some information about the empire. As you can see, the empire that's sort of currently making an offer is blinking. And so they're telling us it's nice to meet us, but it's time for war. So we don't have much of a say in this. We're just going to have to go, well, okay then, fair enough. If we want to try to change their mind, we can go here and just click negotiate. And we get this nice option again. We can ask them, shall we have peace? No, thank you. Because their relationship score with us is -7. And just so far, 0 is enough, or I think maybe above 0 is enough for peace. And anything lower than this, they're not going to accept peace. And you can see what's going on here. So yeah, so they've identified us as rivals, which means we're about the same size, the same technology. This makes them not like us. In basic, compatibility is pretty good, actually. So we could be friends with the lever democracy if we were only a bit bigger than them, or sort of the opposite. But that's fine. Anyway, we're looking for somebody to pick a fight with here, because it makes sense to expand this early on in the game. So one new feature which I've added is basically a step mode, kind of step. So if you press S, it will advance 100 milli units, milli turns, let's say. And this gives me makes it easier for me to get an overview of what's going on. But actually it seems like the lever democracy is really kicking our ass here. So we can go to a new feature called the War Room. And the War Room is the thing you see here at the bottom of the list. The numbers will be explained a bit better once this is released. This is just an early version of the UI, but just to give you an idea of the feature itself. The first number here is basically the score of the war. This is the net number of stars that you've gained or lost. So we've lost 2 stars here against the lever democracy. The +13 is the relationship score. So we could probably, I guess they no longer see us as rivals now that they've grown so much. So we could potentially make peace with them. But we're not going to do that right now, because we still want to try to beat these guys. The scores that, or these things here, they're the first time that you're actually seeing the attack and the defense score of your empire against this specific empire. So it means that you are attacking at level 1.2, defending at 1.2, and this, to the right of it, is their corresponding score. So they have 1.2 offensive and 1.2 defensive, which means that we're actually matched here. So I should probably be beating them, because I have this flagship that is offsetting, well, actually giving me a right now I think a corresponding bonus of 1 full tech level. So in the end, eventually you should be able to click here and you'll see where this score comes from. So I can tell you right now that the 1 is just because you're tech level 1, and the 0.2 is because you have allocated leaders to support in this war. So it also lists neutral here, and this is because you can allocate resources to help you in each of your wars. So currently you can see that there are 2 resources. GA is 50% allocated here and 50% neutral, and GD also 50-50. That's because both of those resources are just automatically allocated at the moment. But you can click here and you can change. So if you want to focus your efforts in this war on the lever democracy, you can just tap on it here. And then you can see that you get 100% of GA, which is general attack. And we can also put in 100% of general defense because we want to make quick progress in this war. Let's say we do anyway. So now you can see that our stats in the war against the democracy is boosted to 1.5, 1.5. So we are now better than them at fighting. We should have a decent edge, especially with the flagship. We did lose a fair amount of edge against the neutral guys, however. So we now have no resources against them, and we're down to 1.0 versus their 1.5. So neutral are actually doing this pretty well. So if we continue this war, we should be making progress here anyway, and we are. So slowly we should be beating them. So I'll just put it back to play. And we can see that we are starting to eat them up, and pretty soon we should be a rival again, and we should be enemies to them. I think they see us as rivals again now. Okay, so now we see another friend here showing up. This is the dark axis of Handranfat, maybe. Okay, so now we also get this fleet encounter. The fleets now are something which you will be paying a bit more attention to, maybe. Right now I don't have any battleships that can help support the ground combat, but yeah, those tend to mean more now, or at least it seems like it. So I need to try to dodge the shots from this frigate while beating it. Ideally, maybe I should just get these guys back here to help me, actually. So you guys come back here. So I'm continuing to expand. Okay, yeah. So now I'm up to positive stats against the democracy. But now I'm just about at least to make contact with the axis of Handranfat. And it looks like they are really good friends with us. I accidentally clicked away the negotiation with them, but I can see that they really like us because they are defensive, which means they're not interested in war. That suits us, I think, because we're not interested in fighting a war on 2 fronts. So let's negotiate with them. Just ask them, shall we have peace? Yep, they agree. This is a good idea. Here we can also request to form an alliance with them or to join the alliance they are currently in. You can leave an alliance, declare war, or you can just say hi. But we don't want to do any of that. So we'll continue the war with the democracy and hope that the axis of Handranfat is just going to chill on the southern border, which is fine with us. Okay, so now these guys appear to have changed their minds. So now they've just popped up a peace request. So the game now actually allows you to, you can sort of, the game pauses when these requests show up, and the empire that has sent the offer is blinking. And we can just go back here and the offer will still stand. But will we accept this peace? No, we will not. So we'll continue to fight this war. It's only fair, I think, that we get to expand here. We see that the cult of Verpnat is actually their ally, it seems, based on this color. And they are pretty big. But never mind them for now. The demonstration purposes only empire is continue to expand here. We can kick up the war room. We're focusing everything on the democracy, which is, I think, clever because we have not a lot of action going on with the nuclear empire. Okay, yeah, no, we're still not interested. Thanks a lot. They request peace. I think I set it to every 2 millennia right now. Okay, so the fleet is here helping me. somebody actually suggested that it should be possible to allocate fleets to France in the same way that I do with these generals, which makes a lot of sense actually. So maybe I'll add this just to make sure that they stay here and don't go chasing monsters or something like this. We're struggling a bit now, but I think we got these guys on the ropes. Flagship is still no thank you. Maybe I should add an option to just never accept peace from them, so we don't get spammed. So we can actually peek at this. So if we go to these guys to negotiate, we can see that they're definitely not friends with us. It is mostly because we're at war with their allies, but we also have a really bad basic compatibility, which there's nothing we can do about it. It's just randomly generated by the game. So once we beat these guys, we will be up against a pretty tough opponent, the second biggest empire in the galaxy. But we will have a pretty decent hand on our own. It's just... Okay, they keep asking for peace. No, still not interested. You go there. I really just want to get these couple of stars out of the way so I can focus on the eastern part of this. They're really holding on. We still didn't advance in tech, and it seems they didn't either, so we still have this 1.5 against 1.25 edge. I should say that the AIs have basically something similar to these resources, but they automatically split them evenly between all the fronts. So they currently have assignments towards us and neutral, so that's why they have a slightly lower edge. I might want to improve this so that they're a bit more clever in the future. I also want to add things like maybe mercenaries or temporary troops that you can, temporary leaders that you can gain somehow through the game, and that you can only use for a short time. I don't want to have tens of resources here, but maybe 4 or 5 that you can allocate between the different wars. Whoops, what's this? Some kind of bug, okay. No, we still want to accept peace. Maybe we should accept peace just to have a buffer with these blue guys, actually. Maybe that's not such a bad idea. So let's see if we can do that. But actually, I'm not sure if... Actually, the cult, if we look at the cult here, they're degenerating. We can maybe take some stars from them right now in a fight, and then maybe try to sue for peace. Guys, get back here. Please. Focus. I don't know why the flagship is hidden. There we go. Oh, wait, there was a... Okay, these guys, they probably called us because they wanted to just let us know that they hate us. But they are degenerating right now, so they're not a big threat. Finally, we beat the lever democracy. And that means that we should deploy all of our resources to this war. See how much we can take before they grow up. We are still just at tech level 1, but the leading empire, the entity of Fram, okay, they control the center. They are tech level 3. But yeah, we're making good progress. The fleet appears to think it's time to head home. I disagree. Okay, anyway, I won't play this game to its end. So this is just to show you guys some of the new mechanisms. I still need to worry about corruption, for now anyway. I still have this pretty awkward, clumsy UI for building ships. I actually wanted to change it so that you build ships through the flagship itself. Maybe even do other things. Somebody had the suggestion to improve relationships and things like this. The spy still works, so I can go here, I can send a spy, for instance, to steal tech from these guys. They don't have any. I can try to incite riots to reduce them, to reduce their efficiency. Oh wow, good. We can try to ally with these guys. Shall we form an alliance? Yes. We look forward to all of the meetings and paperwork. Even though they are degenerating, I think this is a good ally at the moment. We don't want them to mess with us. I think allies should also be something that helps you fight wars, by the way, directly or indirectly. There's a lot of things that can be added to this model right now. Okay, so just to show you guys, I'm not saying this is the ultimate strategy game, but at least this actually creates some rather interesting additional considerations. It actually makes the game playable in a different way compared to the way it's been up until now. So at least I think it's kind of fun playing this now, and I didn't used to believe this, so I think it's done something right. Okay, these pink guys are also part of the same alliance. Aha. Okay. This guy, they shouldn't be popping these up unless they've been around for a few years. So I don't want to have peace with you. I really would like if we owned the entirety of our territories. Okay, these guys are talking to us. Okay, peace sounds good. Sure, I'm fine with this. I'm not looking to expand there. And these guys, peace. Yep, I'm all for it. But it's time to. Okay, yeah. These guys just want to tell us that we are now at war. So I'm going to reform the government, maybe keep playing. But I just wanted to show you guys some of these new features. You got to see 20 millennia of the demonstration purposes on the Empire. As for when this is going to be out, I'm not sure, because there's still some features I want to add. There's still some work related to the religions, which I didn't discuss here, that I also need to feature. That I need to complete. Let's see what the worm looks like now. Oh, we've tacked up. Oh, now we are suddenly... Lots of weird stuff happened here. I think there was a conspiracy to change our empire to be militaristic. And somehow we also got an additional tech boost, so we're now tech level 4. So, line break issues aside, we are really dominating all of these other empires right now. I think I should fix some of that stuff. And I should also make it so that on Emperor mode, the AI gets bonuses for the harder levels. Okay, so as I was saying, this update still needs a lot of work, and the UI needs to be polished, but I'd love to hear what you think about this, and I'm more than happy to consider those suggestions. Join us on the Discord chat. I'll leave a link below. There's quite a lot of people there. They do a lot of strange things, but there's also some good discussions. And have a good Easter, and I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Bye bye.